So 3 strategies there that I would recommend. First one is start off with developing the presentation and running through it internally in your internal audit office amongst your peers. So there what you're looking for is making sure everyone who's going to be presenting understands the slides and the materials. You've gone through and you've kind of timed the presentation several times so you know how long it takes to get through to certain sections. And then also you know who's on point for what slides if you're doing a multiple person presentation. Second strategy is once you feel comfortable with the presentation internally, then get a peer group from your organization that's never seen you present on that material. Run through kind of that group as a cold turkey group, get some responses back for did you get all your objectives understood? Were you clear in your presentation materials? And then maybe what are some gaps that audience saw in your presentation that you could improve on? Take that feedback and then use it to finalize your presentation. And then finally, when you get to the ACUA conference, figure out what conference room you're going to be in. Because some of the conference rooms have different layouts. Some have stages, some have a lot of severe lighting. And I really encourage you, once you figure out what room you're going to be in, go to that room in advance during, say, like a break time. Get up on the stage, see what the lay of the land looks like, just so you get comfortable with kind of what area you're going to be presenting in.
First of all, whatever you say you're going to cover in your session description, be sure that you cover those materials. That's what your audience signed up for whenever they chose your session. Second, if you start every session with a funny story or anecdote or a joke, it gets your session started on the right foot right off the bat because people are having fun and smiling. Third, if you're answering questions during your session, repeat the question before you start answering it so that all of the audience can hear. And if I get a really long question or description of information, I usually try to shorten that before I start the answer.
The other thing is that I recommend meeting with your proctor definitely before the presentation, and you can cover some very simple things that may cause you anxiety if they come up during your presentation. So simple things like, how do you pronounce your name? If the proctor screws up your name on stage, is that going to cause you stress and anxiety? Just make sure you run over things like that. Maybe if you have some special requests for the proctor. So typically a request that I have for my proctor is I want them in the back of the conference room and I want to pick out the spot that they're going to be at. And then I ask them, when I have 10 minutes left, they're holding up their hands, give me a sign I have 10 minutes. When there's 5 minutes left, 5-minute sign. That way it kind of helps gauge how I need to speed up or slow down my presentation. And then also,
something that I've learned, especially if you have the coveted slot of speaking right after lunch. If you have 1 or 2 people falling asleep, I always think that's on them. If you have a whole room falling asleep, that's definitely on you. So have some activities that you can pull out of your hip pocket to change the energy level in the room if it starts waning.
that, I hope those strategies help you out, and we hope to see you at an ACUA conference.
Best of luck.